Example of Jake Paul. Did you call Jed right now?
Yeah.
True news, Jake Paul has been arrested.
We got him, guys.
Yeah.
We got the guy that did.
I thought it was a bitch move. I really did.
Jake Paul arrested after brawl with Anthony Joshua's team. And this isn't just chaos, this is a career-shaking disaster. Jake didn't just clash with AJ's camp. He went so far that police had to intervene on the spot. The moment punches flew, everything spiraled, and within minutes, AJ himself filed an official case against Jake Paul. The boxing world wasn't ready for a meltdown of this scale.
We're on him, dude.
Hello?
Jesus. Bro. This is fun.
Jake Paul is officially a disaster waiting to happen. Brawling with AJ's team, getting arrested, the guy's acting like a puppy trying to bite a lion. He's running around barking, thinking he's tough, but everyone watching knows he's out of his depth. AJ doesn't even need to throw a punch. Jake's own antics are self-destructing.
That, you know, he get that straightened out and he get back to focus on his family. And
Jake Paul is straight up behaving like a yapping little mutt, running his mouth, swinging at AJ's team, and thinking he's untouchable. Newsflash, he isn't. Every move screams desperation. AJ, calm and lethal, is watching from the sidelines, knowing this clown is digging his own grave before even stepping into the ring. The guy's career is becoming a circus, and the world is here for the show.
Yeah.
Wonder why you would do that.
Strange, isn't it?
Probably the guy's just a...
Gareth A. Davies points out that Paul is scrambling to cover his latest mess with legal support, clearly stressed under the spotlight. AJ, calm and calculated, watches everything unfold with quiet confidence. Fans online are mocking Paul's desperate attempts to manage the fallout while highlighting the stark contrast between him and Joshua's composed demeanor.
And I think he's already had lawyers for his scenario, for his situation. They've represented him. I did read briefly earlier that he did have representation from a legal firm.
Johnny Nelson emphasizes that Paul's overreactions reveal his inner frustration spilling out publicly. AJ remains calm, unaffected, and in control, letting the drama around Paul dominate headlines. Fans are divided, some entertained by the chaos, others shaking their heads at his lack of composure. The tension leading up to the fight is electric.
You know, that we don't know about, that really, really rattled him for him to think of and plan doing something like that.
Yeah, because we see things happen.
Adam Catterall notes that Paul's antics have sparked a huge debate. Some see it as needless chaos, others can't look away. His erratic behavior is drawing attention, but AJ stays composed, letting the headlines and hype swirl around him. Fans are predicting how this tension might explode once the fighters finally meet in the ring.
But I do feel it's maybe what the sport doesn't need, and yet many people are saying, no, it's great, you watch it. Everybody wants to go to that.
Tom Little raises questions about Paul's ability to handle pressure, and it's clear his confidence is shaky. AJ remains calm and focused, studying his opponent while the hype machine spins around Paul. Fans are buzzing, debating whether Paul will rise to the occasion or crumble under the weight of expectation. The stakes have never been higher.
I'm not saying he can't fight, I'm not saying he's rubbish, I'm not saying he's useless, but we will see how good he is. And if I'm right in what I'm saying, he'll quit.
Paul Smith admits he found the chaos hilarious, highlighting just how bizarre the pre-fight scene has become with Jake Paul's antics. Fans online are divided, some are laughing, others are frustrated at the circus-like buildup. AJ, calm and calculated, watches the spectacle unfold, untouched by the drama. Paul's over-the-top stunts have made headlines, but whether it will impact the fight in the ring is still uncertain. The situation has grabbed global attention, turning a routine promotion into a full-blown media frenzy, and every move Paul makes is now under intense scrutiny.
Like that from Chisora. I'm not gonna lie, when it happens, I laughed my head off. I absolutely laughed my head off.
I did too.
I thought it was quite poetic. I thought what happened was quite...
Adam Smith stresses that while Paul's actions are out of line, this is the fight game and chaos is part of the show. The incident has amplified anticipation for the bout, making fans even more eager to see the outcome. AJ remains steady, letting the drama swirl around him while focusing on the fight. Paul's behavior continues to dominate headlines, creating a spectacle that has fueled conversations worldwide. side. Everyone is watching closely to see whether Paul can translate this media storm into performance in the ring, or if his antics will backfire spectacularly once the bell rings.
Twice as big for the casual fans. Do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what happens next.
Jack Catterall highlights that fighters' preparations are intensely personal, and while Paul's antics grab headlines, his focus on weight, fitness, and strategy is just as crucial. AJ has stayed disciplined, ignoring distractions, while Paul's over-the-top behavior risks overshadowing his actual performance. Fans debate whether Paul's dramatic stunts are clever promotion or a sign of instability. In the end, the real test will be in the ring, where preparation, composure, and strategy will matter far more than media spectacles, and every detail from weight to focus could decide who walks away victorious.
Everybody's weight situation and weight making situation is unique to them. There's weight classes for a reason. I know some people are going to too extreme lengths. I don't know, I can't comment on it. I wish him to be safe and well, like I wish every fighter, but that's their business.
Eddie Hearn makes it clear that Paul's behavior shows a lack of understanding of boxing's business side. His stubborn, over-the-top antics have caused chaos, but AJ and his team stay professional, refusing to be drawn into distractions. Fans are torn between amusement and frustration at Paul's stunts. This pre-fight drama grabs attention globally, but in the ring, discipline, strategy, and composure will outweigh spectacle. Hearn's words remind everyone that Paul's stunts might make headlines, but they won't mask the fact that the fight is serious business, and only focus and preparation will decide the outcome.
He's stubborn and you know, he doesn't understand what the business means to us. So, you know, again, this is not something that we do often, but we're not fucking around here.
Frank Warren describes Paul's antics as a spectacle nobody can look away from, like a car crash you can't unsee. Fans are glued to every chaotic moment leading up to the fight, debating whether Paul can actually deliver in the ring. AJ remains calm and methodical, letting the media circus swirl around him. While the hype and drama dominate headlines, the real test is still in the ring, where skill, timing, and composure will determine the outcome. Warren's insight reminds everyone that although Paul creates chaos, the fight's result will hinge on focus and execution, not theatrics.
Can he do it or not? This is a car crash, and people will watch it, because that's what people do at car crashes, and that's what this is.
Carl Froch doesn't mince words, pointing out the glaring reality. AJ's skill, timing, and precision make this a mismatch. Even if Joshua isn't at his absolute peak, his 1-2 combinations, range control, and boxing IQ are far beyond what Jake Paul can handle. Paul has shown he struggles against legitimate fighters. Losing to Tommy Fury was proof enough. Fans watching this build-up can't ignore how underprepared Paul is for a strategic, experienced heavyweight like AJ. Social media is buzzing with debate, but the experts agree Paul's theatrics, bravado, and overconfidence won't translate in the ring. AJ will capitalize on mistakes, and the showman hype surrounding Paul is likely to collapse under disciplined pressure. Froch's blunt analysis makes it clear that what we're witnessing is not just hype, it's the prelude to a fight where skill and composure dominate over spectacle.
What should happen? This is a one-round job, because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance, and fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury, for crying out loud.
Anthony Joshua's words send a clear warning. Paul's antics and media circus won't save him once the bell rings. AJ plans to showcase the depth of his experience, applying combinations, setups, and defensive strategies Paul has never faced. Fans are already hyped, imagining Paul's overconfidence colliding with Joshua's technical mastery. Social media discussions are exploding, with predictions that Paul will be overwhelmed by AJ's ring intelligence. This isn't just about power, it's about bringing a complete fighter's skill set to someone who's untested at this elite level. AJ's approach is surgical, each punch calculated, each movement teaching Paul a harsh lesson in what high-level boxing demands. The hype surrounding Paul may draw attention, but it's Joshua's ring, IQ, timing, and heavy shots that will ultimately tell the story.
I'm going to land heavy punches, and I'm going to make sure I'm going to expose him to certain tricks in boxing that he may not have seen yet, and I'm going to bring him to another school of boxing that I don't think he's been exposed to yet.
Connor Ben points out the sheer magnitude of the challenge Paul has taken on. Facing a decorated, world-class heavyweight like AJ is no easy task. Despite all the hype, Paul is stepping into the ring with someone whose experience, punching power, and tactical intelligence far outclass anything he's encountered. Fans are fascinated, some predicting a quick finish, while others debate if Paul can survive Joshua's setups. Social media is alive with comparisons and warnings. AJ's calm, measured approach highlights the gap between showmanship and real boxing skill. Ben's praise underscores the respect the sport demands. Paul may entertain headlines, but in the ring, AJ's class and power will dominate, exposing the limitations of Paul's untested talent.
He's a grafter, he works hard, he ain't got to do it, he's taking on the hero of British boxing. He's the guy who's done it all, a massive puncher. You got to take your hat off to him.
Duke McKenzie cuts straight to the heart of the mismatch. This is a trained, elite athlete facing someone who's largely untested in real competition. AJ's discipline, timing, and power make him a formidable opponent, and any overconfidence from Paul will be punished immediately. Fans are dissecting Paul's previous losses, highlighting his lack of experience against serious competition. The commentary paints a clear picture. Paul's hype and bravado are no substitute for skill. Every fan watching the build-up can sense the tension AJ won't underestimate, and the fight will expose the gap between social media fame and professional level ability. McKenzie's words emphasize that once the fight starts, spectacle ends, and true boxing talent dictates the outcome.
I don't think Anthony Joshua would take Jake Paul lightly any way, shape or form, and he'd be so easy to hit. You're talking about a trained athlete against...
As the countdown to this mega fight ticks closer, the spotlight is squarely on AJ and Paul. Every stunt, every social media post, every heated exchange has only amplified the tension. AJ remains calm, composed, and ready to prove why he's a true champion, while Paul continues to fuel headlines with chaotic antics. Fans are divided, debating whether Paul's bravado can survive the precision, power, and experience of a seasoned heavyweight. The pre-fight drama has been intense, but when that bell rings, talk ends and skill speaks. The question now isn't about hype, it's about execution, strategy, and who will walk out standing. So, who do you think will dominate when the action starts? Will AJ dismantle Paul with surgical precision, or can Paul shock the world with an upset? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to smash that like button if you're ready for this explosive showdown.